So people went to see the Shawshank Redemption, and then they came back, oh, man, I saw this really terrific movie. It's called Shank Sham.
Morgan Freeman is an American actor and film narrator, noted for his deep voice. Freeman has served as a narrator, commentator, and voice actor for numerous programs, series, and television shows. He was ranked as the 7th highest grossing box office in July 2019 and has a combined total box office gross of $4.57 billion, with an average of $71.5 million per film. Freeman won an Academy Award in 2005 for Best Supporting Actor with Million Dollar Baby, 2004, and he also won a Golden Globe Award and a Screen Actors Guild Award. He received Oscar nominations for his performances in Street Smart in 1987, Driving Miss Daisy in 1989, and Shawshank Redemption in 1994, and Invictus in 2009.
When people think of God, they hear your voice. Is that weird, Steve? What's going on? What's going on?
A bit bizarre.
It's a bit bizarre, yeah.
Morgan Freeman has converted his 124-acre ranch in Mississippi into a sanctuary for bees in a bid to help counter the insect's decreasing population. The Shawshank Redemption star began his journey as a beekeeper in 2014 and has been working to feed the bees sugar and water to help them. He also explained that he never wears a bee suit or hat to protect himself, and at the time he added that he hadn't been stung by them. He also explains that he just feeds the bees and does not want to disrupt the beehives or harvest the honey that they make. According to Forbes, the 82-year-old actor has imported 26 beehives onto his ranch from Arkansas and has been growing bee-friendly magnolia trees and lavender to encourage them to visit his home.
Yeah, seems to be. Kind of bright, though.
Yeah, it is for most people. Spend their lives in the dark, trying to hide from me.
Morgan Freeman's cars include a Jaguar XJS, a 1966 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, a Chevy Silverado, and a Tesla Model S. Morgan Freeman's current net worth would have been much higher had Morgan not been forced to pay his ex-wife a $1 to $200 million divorce settlement in 2010. His current net worth is $250 million.
Do you ever want to go to space? I really shouldn't be doing this.
Freeman was married to Jeanette Bradshaw from October 22, 1967 until November 18, 1979. Freeman married Myrna Colley Lee on June 16, 1984. The couple separated in December 2007 and divorced on September 15, 2010. Freeman and Colley Lee adopted Freeman's step-granddaughter from his first marriage, Adina Hines, and raised her together. On August 16, 2015, Hines was tragically murdered in New York City at age 33. In 2008, the TV series African American Lives 2 revealed that some of Freeman's great-great-grandparents were slaves who migrated from North Carolina to Mississippi. Freeman discovered that his Caucasian maternal great-great-grandfather had lived with and was buried beside Freeman's African American great-great-grandmother. A DNA test on the series stated that he is descended in part from the Songhai and Tuareg peoples of Niger.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's it. So you started college when you were 22 years old?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I only went for about 20 minutes. So.
He's mostly known for his acting skills, but Morgan Freeman also seems to be passionate about a whole other activity than acting, beekeeping. The 82-year-old American actor has announced that he has turned his Mississippi ranch into a real bee sanctuary. The idea came to the actor in the summer of 2014 in an interview with television host Jimmy Fallon. Morgan Freeman revealed that he had recently been practicing beekeeping activities in his spare time. The Oscar winner has decided to turn his 124-acre ranch in Mississippi into a bee sanctuary. About the bees, he said, "They haven't stung me yet because right now I'm not trying to harvest honey or anything. I'm just feeding them. I think they understand. Hey, don't bother this guy. He's got sugar water here." The natural habitats of bees are being threatened by the use of pesticides, as well as man-made changes to the plant species. Beekeepers in the U.S. started finding hives decimated by what was become known as colony collapse disorder more than a decade ago. Millions of bees simply disappeared, which affected crops as bees pollinate plants. Of the top 100 human food crops, 70 of them are pollinated by bees. Those 70 crops account for 90% of the food consumed by humans globally.
You are in Mississippi, and I heard that you're a beekeeper. You keep bees?
Yes.
Is that, how long have you done that?
I just got them 2 weeks ago.
Born on June 1, 1937 in Memphis, Tennessee, Morgan Freeman is the son of Mamie Edna and Morgan Potterfield Freeman. He's the youngest of 5 children. Shortly after he was born, his parents relocated to Chicago to find work, and Morgan stayed with his maternal grandmother in Charleston, Mississippi. His grandmother died when he was 6, and he moved to Chicago to be with his mother, who at that point had separated from his father. They eventually moved back to Tennessee. Freeman got the acting bug when he was just 9 years old, and he played the lead role in a school play. He graduated from Broad Street High School in 1955 and went on to enlist in the United States Air Force. Once he moved to Los Angeles after his time in the military, he started taking acting lessons at the Pasadena Playhouse. To make ends meet, Morgan worked as a transcript clerk at Los Angeles City College. At the same time, he was often traveling around New York City and to San Francisco, working as a dancer and as a member of a music theater group, respectively.
We see by your file you've served 20 years of a life sentence.
Yes, sir.
You feel you've been rehabilitated?
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. I learned my lesson. I can honestly say that I'm a changed man.
In the mid-1960s, Freeman first appeared on an off-Broadway production of a play titled The Nigger Lovers, and then with Pearl Bailey in an all-African-American Broadway production of Hello, Dolly in 1968. His first film appearance was in Who Says I Can't Ride a Rainbow in 1971. He became a familiar face in America through both work on the soap opera Another World and appearances on The Electric Company, a PBS kids show. He continued his theater work and in 1980 received the Obie Award for his starring role in Coriolanus. He nabbed his second Obie in 1984 for The Gospel at Colonus, and in 1989 was given the award again for his lead role in Driving Miss Daisy, later adapted for the screen, which he starred in. The later 80s and early 90s was an upward climb for Freeman, who began playing prominent roles in big-budget films. He was cast in the 1987 film Street Smart as Fast Black, and the role earned him an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. In 1994, he won the role of Red in The Shawshank Redemption, which catapulted him into A-list fame. He went on to star in several other big-budget films like Seven, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Deep Impact, and Unforgiven. 2005 was a big year for Freeman. After 3 previous nominations, Morgan finally won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his work in Clint Eastwood's $1 Million Baby at the 77th Academy Awards. In 2005, he was chosen to play the role of God in the blockbuster film Bruce Almighty, and later the sequel Evan Almighty. He appeared in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, Batman Begins, in 2005 as well. He later went on to reprise his role in the 2 sequels. After starring in 2007's The Bucket List, Freeman made a big return to the stage and co-starred with Peter Gallagher and Frances McDormand in the Broadway hit The Country Girl. He teamed up with director Clint Eastwood in 2009 to play Nelson Mandela in Invictus, which earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. In 2013, he appeared in Olympus Has Fallen, and in 2016, the sequel London Has Fallen, and Oblivion.